Well, the trails were awesome. I learned new tricks today.
What?
Well, first I did opposite handed no footer, or oppo hand off no footer.
Oh yeah.
Then I did one handed no footer to no foot can without putting my feet back on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that one might need
That's
a
good.
bigger jump. And my opposite no foot cans feel as good as my regulars now.
Are the feet together?
Better than my regulars usually are.
Really?
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah, it was a really good day. I don't know if you'd even remember kid Lucas from Race Street. I don't even know if he was...
Yeah.
That kid, today's his second time riding trails, other than, like, he rode at the Jam, and then he was there today. And he was doing, he was tricking every single jump. He was tucking the third one. He did a suicide that was, like, both arms all the way back.
Whoa.
He barred it. He 180 barred it. His T-bogs are, like, sick.
Wow.
Yeah, like, he blew up. It was awesome.
How old is he? I thought he was like
15.
13 or...
15.
Wow.
Yeah, it
That's
was
really impressive.
right.
Really impressive doing suicide like that 15.
Well, he was like, he did one, and it was like, you know, it was all the way out, but it wasn't back. And then he did that one. He's like, yeah, I just kind of hucked it and hoped I could get my hands back to the grips. Like,
Wow.
and he's got such good style too. Even
Who else came on road?
there was a few other Race Street people there. Jostin came out. He did a 360 crank flip over the step up.
Jeez.
It wasn't first try though.
What?
It wasn't first try.
You have to
Unlike,
work for it?
yeah, normally his stuff's pretty freaking quick, right?
Yeah.
Let me show you a screenshot of tail whip that he did over it. He was doing his normal tail whips. Well, okay, so here... No, I can't. I won't show that one because he didn't even come close to pulling that one. This one, he pulled but just barely missed his left foot. But this is the one that had me like, are you serious? Oh, it just disappeared. Okay,
I can barely see it, man.
I just gonna turn this off. There. That's a tail whip.
That's a tail whip.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Here, internet. Yeah, dude. It was a good day.
Yeah.
John's been trying to learn some opposite one-handers.
How's that going?
It's going. It is indeed. Did you ride today?
No, dude, I haven't ridden in like 2 weeks. I haven't ridden since Markham was here, really. I've just been working a ton. I'm just getting over being sick too.
Oh.
So it kind of sucks. It's been like a week-long thing, and
Those
I
suck.
never ever go to the doctor. But I had to go to the doctor this time and get an antibiotic.
Jeez.
I think when my kids gave me pink eye.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's been the last week has been kind of a rough week. So I'm just starting to feel better today, and I actually got tomorrow off, and I'm hoping to. I think we're going to go to Glacier tomorrow, and then come back in the evening and try to ride around town.
Nice.
Yeah, and Wednesday going to go ride Shelby. Looking forward to.
It always sucks whenever you get sick and then you're like right getting over it and you want to ride, but you know that riding means, all right, I'm going to be sick for 2 more days.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, completely. And yeah, it's like been 90 degrees out here too.
Yeah.
So just the idea of going out and riding and sweating just sounded terrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I texted you the other day about that trick, I literally like was like half depressed, like not wanting to ride at all because I'm like, I just don't want to go to the skate park by myself when it's 85 with a lot of humidity. Like, it sucks. Like, I'm ready for whenever we're riding the park again all the time. And I have motivation to, like, actually go.
Right. We'll just have somebody there.
Yeah. It just makes you appreciate it that much more.
Oh, dude, yeah, when Markham was out here, we rode Shelby, and yeah, felt so good to ride with somebody. It was just riding hard, falling, it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always.
He kills it.
Always.
Dude, like, I wish you could see Shelby Skate Park, because it's a very heavily skateboard, like, oriented park.
Yeah.
And have you ever ridden at Evergreen Park?
Where's that?
It's they build skate parks. Evergreen's a company.
Oh, I have no idea.
They're really popular, I guess, more out here, like, from what Markham said, just all over the West.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of rollers. It's that, like, really shiny new concrete.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine to, like, slide out on, but it sucks if you come in, like, just even a little bit off, like, you wash out super easy.
Changa Lake.
Oh, yeah. But a concrete park.
Yeah.
And Markham did not care. He was just jumping rollers, flying around, just sending it. It was pretty awesome to see.
Maybe that's the secret.
Maybe. He foo-fanooed every piece of coping in the park, too.
Is that, like, permanent payback for the new Philly injury?
No, I think he credited that one to having a Fu Manchu.
Okay.
He shaved a Fu Manchu that day, and then he separated his shoulder.
Yeah.
So
that'll do it.
Yeah, it was the facial hair for sure.
Trevor separated his shoulder on, like, something he was just messing around on too. Like,
Recently?
No, that was over the winter, but, like, just it's always the dumb stuff.
Always.
Except for when Brian separated. Actually, no, when Brian separated his, it was dumb too. Cause he was messed. Yeah, he got screwed up while he was jumping main, and just, like, tried to bail out of it funny off to the side or something. Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it just said something about reconnecting. Anyway, and then it just messed up, and he crashed.
When Big JT broke his leg, he was dropping in on a skateboard in the Mini at Changa.
Well, there you go.
Just stupid stuff.
It's always. That's why I don't mess around with that.
Just inline skates.
Yeah, at Skateland.
just got a big pickle.
Couple skate only.
Yeah.
God,
did you ever go there?
Oh yeah, who didn't go there?
Oh, I just checked. I didn't know if it was still open.
You went there, right?
Oh, dude, I got dropped off there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That is great. Everybody went to Skateland.
I don't know if they still had it or whatever, but they used to have on the counter just a big jar of pickles.
No, I don't know about that.
I never had like money, but the pickles were like, I don't know, 50 cents. So you could always find like 2 quarters. So would just get like a big kosher pickle.
That's so random. That's like a kid's version of a bar.
Pretty much.
Like, let's just put out a giant jar of something.
Plus, it's like that one place that, like, I feel like you could be like 12 years old, and your parents just drop you off, and they know there's like older kids and stuff, but they're just like, meh, we'll see you in 4 to 5 hours.
What could happen?
We're going to Applebee's in the movie.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Just get in a fight, make out with some girls, steal some people's stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happened to Skateland.
Oh yeah, constantly.
Um, oh, I was gonna ask. Oh, did you check out any of the X Games stuff yet?
Yeah, I think I watched just about everything, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you think about the Mega Park con like whatever you
Uh,
want to call it?
I I didn't expect to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um, but I did.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I thought it was definitely a lopsided advantage if you were right foot forward and you aired to the left.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, I mean, it was pretty cool. I think I still prefer the mega ramp better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. It was cool that the runs lasted a little bit longer. There's a
Mm.
little bit more creativity. Like I don't remember. I watched at like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
I don't remember names of who did what. That one dude wrote up the landing and front flip transferred.
Andy Buckworth. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Somebody asked was saying something to me about it, and I was just thinking like if they do that again, it would be cool if they could have some sort of like way to make that creativity even more of a thing. I don't know
It's funny you
how.
say that. Like you know how on I don't know what it's called on like a downhill snowboarding, how like they'll have a big jump and then like off to the side they'll have like a jump with like a rail.
Yeah.
They'll have like a long table, short table, and then like another like little thing with the rail.
Yeah.
It would be really cool if they made the first like roll in like wider, or you could start at two different things
Mm-hmm.
and you could choose to start your run off with like a grind
Right.
of some type or just some type of obstacle, even like a big sub rail.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you were just nose bonking it and doing something in or out, like that would be really cool to see, like who chose to go that route.
Yeah. Or if they did something like that on the second jump, it could be for the people who don't get a good landing on their air out on the first quarter.
That's a good idea.
It kind of it makes it tough because like how do you judge the difference between like, oh, he messed up on his air but he did a bar to ice grind on a giant grind ledge off the side of this big box jump.
Well, I mean, you can tell if somebody lands flat and then all of a sudden they just scoot to the right and they
Mm-hmm.
choose to do something versus like even intentionally doing it.
Yeah, I just mean like would it be possible for it to be fair for someone to like still place if they landed bad on the quarter but then did a crazy grind box trick? I don't know. I guess it would just be in the judging and how they do that.
I think totally, because I mean, like, I that's actually one of the things like I appreciate more about like park runs is when there's some level of sketchiness to it,
Mm,
and like obviously everybody's trying to like do a perfect run,
yeah.
but I love it when somebody like messes up or not even wrecks, but like some type of mess up, but then you just see them cranking, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, they're in it,
Yeah.
so
Who was
yeah.
it during street? Somebody messed up during street and then cranked that out and ended up in the top 3 for a little while. I don't even I can't remember. Obviously it wasn't one of the people who got the final top 3, but somebody
Peraza?
I can't remember. I don't want to
Yeah.
be wrong. But yeah, I don't know. It was a cool concept, but the fact that it's in this like dude's backyard makes me wonder, or it is wherever he rides, skates at. It makes me wonder if they'll like continue it.
Well, see, that's the thing is like it seems like they're trying to do as low cost as possible.
Yeah.
And without somebody on their own going out and building it, I don't think the X Games is going to dump that kind of money.
Exactly. 'Cause they modified, or they built some more stuff in Pat Casey's backyard for last year's park contest. But they didn't, like, do, like, the amount of wood that it would require to, like, widen that and do crazy stuff like a rail or grind boxes. It'd be a lot.
Well, and the fact that there's not even a platform, like if somebody did build that, it'd be really cool. Like that'd be like something like Bob Burnquist would do, I guess. But there's not a platform to even compete in a contest like that.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like anybody on their own is
Right.
going to go out and build a mega park with different obstacles.
Except for that one year that they put the rail over the mega ramp jump.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That was, I forget when they did. I think it might have just been for skateboarding, but they had a rail over like a rainbow rail on the mega. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch Dirt, so I can't say anything about Dirt. I just didn't see it. The only one that I watched, or the only ones that I watched the entire thing of, were Street and that mega park. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Dirt itself, a lot of it's like kind of hard. Like it's hard for me to watch, just because a lot of the stuff that they're doing does not look like the trick that they're supposed to be doing.
Oh, really?
Like, there's been, cash rolls.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the cash rolls looked like 720s.
Oh, they definitely are being like lax on what they're calling a cash roll.
Yeah, and once again, I'm not going to be able to say specific names or anything.
Yeah.
But one dude he was calling it like a McTwist or something, and it looked just like a flat spin, like 1080. Like off axis 1080. It didn't look like. And I think Doyle was like, he's supposed to go upside down there. And I was like, he didn't go upside down.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah,
because it's funny to see, because then there's also dudes like Mike Varga.
Uh-huh.
Like when he does like I think it was Best Trick, he either did like a 900 double bar.
Yeah, 900 bar to bar.
And it was a 900.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it wasn't like an off-axis, like...
No.
Like where you're pretty much shorting yourself like a 360-degree spin. He did a 900.
Like calling a 5 flare a 900, which kind of sort of is, but not the same as like a flat spin, like Hoffman-style 900.
Right. And that's what's like hard to watch, because you're there. It's taking away from the actual trick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and who knows? Maybe the judges are hip to that.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't paying attention to where people were placing.
Yeah.
Who were doing stuff like that. It's just, as somebody watching it, you're like, meh.
I get it.
That's not really it.
Yeah, I get it. What did you I only saw the top 3 placings on the best trick thing, but I saw Kevin did the flare whip to fakie over the spine, and I saw Jeremy Malott did that half cab flare.
Yeah.
When I saw the half cab flare, I was like, that's it, right? That one. But then I don't know if I would put that over the flare to fakie that Kevin did at one of the previous X Games, or the flare whip to fakie, because that's a trick that's already been done by him. But then I don't know if anyone's ever landed the half cab flare.
No, that was like so insane too, because you saw him flare on the deck and start like coming back around, and I thought he was going to whip it.
Right, like I did too when he first did it.
I thought whip, maybe even double whip in.
Yeah.
Try to.
Yeah.
But that was pretty Pretty progressive.
Yeah, I've only ever seen one person try that, and that was that Cody Bryson kid, the one who did the fakey front flip over the roller and kept going backwards. I think that was what that was.
I don't.
I have to look at his Instagram because he's reposted it recently. His name's Cody Bryson, and it was, well, okay, no, that's a flare. He was trying flares on flat ground. Dude was insane in his backyard there for a minute. Yeah, dude. Like, he was, okay, so he's 180ing onto his resi, and then trying to do half cab flares.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was, I mean, he over rotated the one that I just watched. I'm trying to find. Yeah, okay. I have no idea if you're going to be able to see this or not. Gosh darn it, I got to turn off the background thing again. Yeah, you should be able to see it pretty good once it happens. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, fakey front flip over the little roller thing in his backyard. And he's the only other person I've ever seen try the half cab flare. It's insane.
That is insane.
Somebody brought up the double flare that Sandoval did. That he didn't do in. Did he do it in the contest? I thought. Oh, he ended up pulling it. All I saw was him hitting the rafters.
No, he did he wreck his first run? He is either first or second one. He pulled it, and then when he hit the rafters, that was like his third try or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that was insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 900 double bar. It's kind of crazy. He did a 900 bar to bar this year, and last year he did the freaking 1260.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he did a 1260 on a quarter pipe last year.
I didn't see it last year.
And that's what I thought was so weird about all of it, is that he did the first ever 1260 on a BMX bike, and it was like people just forgot about it.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Well, I feel like the X Games are kind of, I don't know, like they're definitely not as, I don't want to say glamorous, but like not marking my calendar to watch it. Like it got prompted on my YouTube, and I was like, oh sweet, X Games are on. Yeah,
I mean, if I would have known ahead of time, I didn't really pay that much attention. But what was crazy to me, not crazy actually, what I really wasn't stoked on was, somebody was telling me at Woodward how like X Games and Dew Tour used to be competing entities, and that's why they both existed. Like two different TV networks were putting these on, and they were competing, and it was like bringing them in money. And the person was talking about how each year, like, it would be a build up to this thing, and it would be like how Mira and whoever he was riding against, like, was it Nyquist that they were like making a thing of, that they're rivals?
I mean, they were teammates for a long time, and then they always finished really high. Like you could say Mira and Jay Miron back in the day. You could say, a couple of different things.
A perfect example is the double backflip that Travis Pastrana did. Like there was rumbling of it before X Games, and it was getting hyped up, and then during the X Games there was like, I've heard rumors of this double backflip that might be going on. And so I like realized that it's a production. I mean, obviously that's what they're doing. But when I was watching that Mega Park thing, the announcer who was there was Doyle announcing during that too? I think he was.
I think he did the whole thing.
Yeah, so the announcer who was with Doyle just kept bringing up injuries and these things that were happening. I'm like, he's trying to like sensationalize it for normal people, and it was like driving me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately,
It's just the way it is. But,
Yeah.
but he just kept bringing it up, and I'm like, man, like, do you have anything better to say than, like, for the fourth time that you could see his grimace when he landed because of that nagging shoulder injury?
Well, I wish, like, they used to do, I think this is right. They used to do the CFB, the Crazy Freaking Biker series, where you would, like, could get invites to the X Games.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like how, like, Vice or Feast or whatever it is for the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I wish there was some type of qualifier where they would, like, invite maybe, I don't know, 8 dudes, 10 dudes.
Right.
And have, like, 4 people who qualify.
Yeah.
Because that'd be so much sicker, and I feel like you'd get such a broader pool, hopefully, of talent there, because that's been kind of my beef with the X Games when they went to the invite only, is you get so, like, in park you get guys who look like they ride park.
Yeah.
And when you get street guys who look like they ride a skate park street course.
Yeah.
And same with the dirt jumps. And, like, park was pretty enjoyable this year just because Anderson was in it. What's that Rim guy's name?
Rim Nakamura.
Yeah, he was in it. He's got kind of a different style. And I mean, Kevin Pross is always fun to watch. But, like, a lot of the other dudes, like Logan Martin.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the dude's wildly talented. And he rides a park course like modern day park riders do. But don't want to see all 10 dudes who ride the exact same way ride the course that way.
Yeah. And if you had qualifiers, it would definitely bring more. Well, that's the thing. They used to have qualifiers, and Marcus Christopher literally won it. And then did well when at, like, I think that the next thing after that, I can't remember exactly how it went, but then they haven't invited him back since. Like, you'd think he would just be in it.
And that's the other thing, is that's, like, he's just getting a raw deal on that, because the dude is obviously, I mean, would you say top 20?
Top 10. He won that, the USA, whatever, the nationals thing. Like, he beat Daniel Sandoval and all those guys at Lot 8.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you had a qualifier like that, you'd have somebody who legitimately, like, deserves a shot. Like, get their shot.
Yep.
And, like, and plus, like, that was one of the fun things about, like, X Games in the past. Like, I don't know, I'm sure you might have seen it, but do you remember the year Bruce Chrisman won?
No, that was before my time, but still.
I didn't know if you saw it on the interweb.
Oh, yeah, no.
But, dude had completely different style than everybody else, and he won.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
Right. Yeah, I think, obviously you have people like Dennis and Boyd Hilder who are coming into the mix, and, like, they're powerhouses that can just kill it. Like, Dennis placed in park. I can't remember if it was second or third. I think he got okay. Who got second? Justin Dowell. Which Justin Dowell is actually an interesting one too, because he's doing different tricks during his runs besides just tail whips and bar spins, which there are a lot of, but he's throwing a 540 look back in there.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And then Dennis is riding completely different than all of them.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the top 3 medal runs for park, and I was watching, I'm like, holy crap, like, Dennis's run was incredible. Then it played Justin Dowell's, and I was like, oh my god, that was incredible. And then they played Logan Martin's, and, like, yes, there were a lot of bar spins and tail whips, but he landed so perfectly smooth every single time he hit that I just couldn't help, like, but notice it. It was
Oh yeah, yeah.
perfect.
Oh, and I mean, that gets me back to the other point is like not taken away from Logan Martin, like, but when there's years where everybody rides like that. Though.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
You're like, this is silly.
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt like the way that those contests are judged is what lends to that happening. Like you said before, it's just figure skating at this point.
Well, that's how the Olympics were. Like,
Yeah.
whenever anybody would mess up one time in their run, it was just over and they just quit.
Yep.
And you're like, dude, finish.
Right. At least finish your run.
Yeah.
I guess they probably were nervous about crashing in a run that they knew couldn't win it for them, maybe.
I get that, but at the very 100% understand that from a competitive point of view. But at the end of the day, you're on a BMX bike, and like
you can do certain things that you know you're not going to crash on.
Yeah, and like I just feel like that kind of gets away from being a BMX rider. Quite frankly, the very basic of it. Is,
Yeah.
like just do something sweet. Like do something like
Foof the frickin' Olympics sign in the middle.
exactly. Do something like that. Just do a 360 tab on a 8-foot quarter. Do I don't know.
Ice pick stall anything.
Do a big no footer.
Ooh. Yeah.
You know, just still have fun with it. Like
Right.
it's still supposed to be fun.
Right. What did you think about Street?
Oh man, 2 big thumbs down.
Really?
Oh, dude, I struggled through that.
Really?
Dude, the course itself was straight up, like, I mean, the rails were the same size as Worcester Skate Park.
Yeah.
It was a skateboard course.
Oh, well, yeah, it was the training facility for something. Yeah.
And, I mean, you got dudes like Garrett, Brock, Felix, like dudes who can like do hammers.
Mm-hmm.
You have them doing crookeds down a 20-inch rail. Like,
I see where you're coming from with that.
yeah, it's I guess it's great in the sense that hang on one second.
Yeah, you're good.
Hello.
There we go. That should mute it. He's getting a call. I don't know if he can hear me. Oof.
Yeah, I gotta head into work, but
Why won't this? Oh, I guess I couldn't mute it. You say something?
I'm gonna have to head into work, but want to just finish up with a street course thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like you just have all these dudes who can do so much, and I get that it's great that they're small and people potentially won't get injured or anything like that. But when you see somebody like Garrett put out a video part, and just know like that he can do so much stuff or so much bigger stuff, and then you just see him like turning around on like a 4-foot wedge or maybe a 3-foot wedge, and you're just like, like
I could see that. Well, and that was another thing too, is that it seemed like the one year when Matt Ray was in it for the first time, he was like killing the quarter pipes, and it seemed like they were almost penalizing him for it. So like this time you saw he didn't really do any quarter pipe tricks at all, and that might have been part of why Garrett was just turning around on a wedge.
True. I mean, Kevin Peraza did a couple things, but I mean, they didn't judge him good at all.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's part of it. Yeah, hopefully they put it on something a little bit bigger next year, because I could see where you're coming from, and maybe that's why I was so excited when Felix went in just his first run, where he's like banger after banger after banger and hitting like other people were just hitting like a couple of the things on their way back. He's hitting every single thing on his way by.
I can't believe he didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett definitely, like, the technicality and everything of it. You could make the argument both ways. But I just made the comment whenever we were watching. I was like, X Games wants Garrett to be tied with Shaun White, so Shaun White will come back and win another gold.
Well, I kind of figured no matter what, like, obviously Garrett deserves the win. He's a good enough rider.
Yeah.
But they kept saying stuff, oh, one more gold medal and it'll be tied with Shaun White. I was like, he is going to have to mess up to not win this thing. Like,
it certainly felt that way.
Yeah. And Felix's runs, just so much energy and so much rawness to that.
Dude, that first run, even Victoria was like holy crap, just every single thing, hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. I wonder if you tallied up a total number of tricks, how it would compare.
I have no idea. I couldn't believe he kept doing that opposite 180 look back over that rail.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that has such a high possibility of not being pulled.
Well, how many things that he did had a high possibility of not being pulled? He was throwing fakies, like crazy fakies, in everywhere.
I know.
That was nuts. That random nollie full cab to fakie off the thing in the middle of his run every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when Garrett did the that 540 over that wedge or the pyramid thing in his run, I was like, oh, this is it. This is where he loses.
Yeah.
And then he pulled it, and I was just like, yeah. Got all turned into like a normal person watching football. Like, yes.
Well, I didn't understand. Like, all right, Garrett won, Felix 2. Is Devin 3rd?
Yes.
Did you not see his runs?
I thought Devin deserved it. His runs were so extremely technical, and he did a lot of tricks in them, but I think what kept him from being in 2 or 1 was just the fact that he didn't do as, like, the tricks he didn't have as much magnitude, but they had the technicality, I thought.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I guess when you just got like 1 and 2 of more like explosive riders, when I see like a 3rd place like that, I was just kind of like, like it just felt like he was going slow and kind of nibbling around. And yeah, I mean, technically, obviously, could never do that run in a million years.
Yeah.
Like, but it just didn't feel like a bronze run for me.
I think what it might have been too is that, like, who else would you put in 3rd based on their runs, because a lot of people messed up. A lot of people just like didn't hit certain things or like rode by stuff, and Devin, like, his run was perfect. He didn't mess up one time, and he was doing super technical stuff.
That's a good point. I thought Brock's last run, he pulled it together pretty good. I was hoping he would have gotten the 3rd place.
He got 4th, I think.
I know, I was hoping he would have got 3rd.
Right.
But that was the one person that I was like, his first 2 struggled, and that 3rd one I thought he came together pretty good.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Maybe they did like 3 X Games this year, didn't they? Because they did the one in Japan, then they did this one, which was like the main one, and I think they did another one, so we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah. But hey, man, I gotta go to work.
Yep, we'll plan another time to talk.
All right, yeah. Maybe next Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, actually, no, can't. I think it's either Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to see Dave Chappelle at the Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Yeah. Either way, I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
Yep. All right, well, I'll talk to you. We'll talk text.
All right. Sext me later. See ya.
I'm not going to do that.
Bye, man.
Bye. All right. One thing I got to shout out real quick is that we had a new member join during all of this. John Penn, thank you for joining. What just happened? That's not it. Anyway, John Penn, thank you for joining. Hitting that join button, it is directly supporting the YouTube channel, which allows me to make videos every single day and do the news on Fridays instead of going to work on Fridays, and gives me the flexibility to do these things. And John, if you send me a message on Instagram, I'll get you a link to the Discord server for members, and you can chat with me there. So thank you, and shoot me a message on Instagram. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. This one was pretty unscheduled because Sponge wasn't sure when exactly he'd be free, but we're going to do another one, and we'll talk more about more things. So we got another video tomorrow from the wheel mill when I was there in February, and I filmed a video today at the trails that I was super stoked about, landing a couple tricks I've never done before. So that'll probably come this week, along with some other videos. I'm like trying to sprinkle the current stuff, or for the most part current stuff, like trails current stuff, in as it's happening with the backlog of stuff. Because actually, you know what? Let me just make sure I'm not gonna show anything I shouldn't. I'm gonna show you guys how far ahead I am. So check this out. Do I like liquor? I don't drink, bud. Alright, so February, let's see. Alright, so here, check this out. Today's video is from the wheel mill in February, which had this video from today with this thumbnail. Then tomorrow's thumbnail is this one. Oh, I gotta make that smaller on the screen. So that's tomorrow's thumbnail for the video. And then we have a session from Ray's, and then another session from Ray's from February. Then I have, oh, what's that? Okay, I have more Ray's sessions and a Ray Street session. That's just from February. Then March, we've got all this stuff, which maybe a couple of these things have been posted already, but not nearly enough of them, or not nearly enough, hardly any, from when I was at the distillery. Then April, got all of these except the Chenga contest because that's already been posted. Swamp Fest has already been posted. Florida stuff for the most part has been posted. Then we've got May, other than trails, if there's anything in the Woodward stuff, which has already been posted. There's a few different things in there. June, all of the, what is this got? Oh, from Instagram stuff. All of these except for a couple of them. And then all of this stuff from this week, plus another video that's going to go in here from July. I've literally backlogged stuff since then, and it allows me to just have to worry about editing. I don't have to be like, oh, what video's gonna go up tomorrow? Let's go film a video so it can go up. I've got 5 months worth of sessions to edit, and it helps me be able to just enjoy life and film videos as they happen, and I don't have to worry about forcing anything. I just get to ride anytime I want to and film whatever I feel like it, and I enjoy that. So if things do get like too bad or too crazy with it, if we get like over 6 months, I'll probably post 2 videos a day for a little bit. I'll have to edit a lot, but I don't want to get that far behind or ahead. That being said, though, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you again to John Penn for being a member. Thank you to JDA, who's in here as well. He's also a member. And thank you for listening to this or watching this. What's up, Kid Wilson? Unfortunately, we are about to jump out of here. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to go to sleep, wake up, do some editing, and maybe ride the skate park tomorrow.